Years had slipped by like pages in a well-worn book since Emma unified the Legacy Network. Thompson Tech Innovations, now rebranded as the Thompson Legacy Group, had evolved into a decentralized powerhouse valued at over $30 billion. No longer a single empire, it was a constellation of interconnected ventures, clean energy grids powered by refined eclipse tech spanning continents, Aurora neural interfaces democratizing education in the remotest villages, nebula satellites predicting disasters and connecting the unconnected, and Odyssey therapies extending healthy lifespans for millions. The Sarah Thompson Foundation had become the world's largest philanthropic entity, with endowments surpassing those of many nations, funding everything from climate resilience programs in the Pacific Islands to mental health initiatives in war-torn regions. Emma Thompson, now in her mid-40s, had gracefully stepped into the role of elder stateswoman. Her hair held streaks of silver that caught the light like threads of wisdom, and her eyes, Sarah's eyes, carried the depth of battles won and losses honored. Mia, her anchor, had blossomed into a celebrated author and educator, her books on family resilience topping bestseller lists. Sophia, at 14, was a prodigy, captain of her school's robotics team, fluent in 4 languages thanks to Aurora, and already interning at the Legacy Group's innovation labs. Liam, 10 years old, was the family's spark, mischievous, artistic, with a passion for storytelling that had him scripting short films about Grandma Sarah's adventures. Ethan Grant, fully embraced his family, served as the network's chief integrator, his wife and children woven seamlessly into holidays and gatherings. The estate in the California hills had expanded, a sustainable compound with solar domes, wildflower meadows, and a central pavilion where the extended family gathered for Sunday dinners. Laughter echoed often, fireflies dancing in the evenings as they shared stories. Emma visited Sarah's grave monthly now, not out of ritual obligation, but genuine communion. "We've done it, Mom," she'd whisper, placing fresh blooms. "The world is better because of you." But eternity, it seemed, had its own shadows. The first whisper came in the form of an anomaly detected by Nebula's advanced AI. Deep space scans, originally designed for asteroid monitoring, flagged something unnatural, a signal originating from beyond the solar system, structured and repeating. Not random cosmic noise, this was intelligent. Ethan brought it to Emma during a family barbecue, his face pale under the string lights. "It's not alien in the Hollywood sense," he clarified quickly as Sophia's eyes widened. "But it's directed toward Earth. And the pattern, it matches mathematical constants embedded in Aurora's core code." Sarah's code. Emma froze, fork midway to her mouth. Sarah had died decades ago. How could her work intersect with extraterrestrial signals? The team convened in the secure lab beneath the estate. Dr. Elise Moreau, now a permanent advisor, analyzed the data. Sarah speculated about SETI enhancements in her private notes. She believed advanced civilizations might communicate via quantum entanglement, bypassing light speed limits. The signal, decoded partially, coordinates pointing to a site in the Antarctic ice and a phrase in binary that translated to "eternity awaits, return the key." Panic rippled subtly. Was this a hoax? A rival's elaborate psyop? Governments took notice, NASA, ESA, even private players like Blue Origin reached out. Emma stonewalled, insisting on internal investigation first. With the Legacy Network's resources, they mounted an expedition, a state-of-the-art icebreaker ship, drones, and a team including Ethan, Elise, and a reluctant Sophia, for educational purposes, Emma conceded. The Antarctic journey was grueling, blizzards howling, ice creaking like ancient warnings. At the coordinates, ground-penetrating radar revealed an anomaly, a buried structure, metallic, predating human records. Drilling commenced, hearts pounding. What emerged was a pod-like artifact, sleek and iridescent, humming with energy reminiscent of eclipse, but infinitely more refined. Inside, a crystalline device and holographic recordings, not of aliens, but of Sarah. Younger Sarah, in a hidden lab, speaking directly to the camera. "If you found this, Emma, or whoever carries my legacy, the cycle has come full circle. In my final years, I made contact. Not invasion, but guidance. Beings from a distant system, facing their own extinction, shared knowledge of true eternity, consciousness upload, beyond flesh. They called it the Ascendance. I built the receiver here, hidden, waiting for humanity's readiness. The key is the combined essence of our projects: Eclipse for energy, Aurora for mind, Nebula for connection, Odyssey for body. Fuse them and unlock immortality. But beware, not all will welcome transcendence. Some will fight to keep mortality's grip. Emma wept in the freezing tent, Mia holding her via satellite link. She went further than we imagined. The artifact responded to Emma's DNA, activating fully. Visions flooded, Sarah's secret travels, collaborations with the entities via quantum links, her decision to bury it until my daughter proves the world worthy. Back in California, debates raged. Ethan advocated caution. This could end death, disease, suffering. Elise warned of risks. Loss of humanity, souls trapped in digital limbo? Governments demanded access. Protests erupted worldwide, religious groups decrying playing God, ethicists fearing inequality, only the rich ascending first. Media frenzy, Thompson's alien legacy? Threats materialized swiftly. A shadowy coalition, the Mortalists emerged, fundamentalists and corporatists united against immortality, fearing loss of control. Sabotage attempts, bombings at legacy sites, hacks disrupting Nebula. One night, intruders breached the estate, targeting the artifact. Security repelled them, but Liam was grazed by shrapnel, minor, but enough to shatter Emma's calm. No more hiding, she declared in an emergency network broadcast. We share this openly. The Ascendance Project launched transparently. Global summits convened, safeguards built, voluntary, equitable access starting with the needy. Pilots, terminally ill patients uploading consciousness, reporting blissful continuity. Sophia volunteered as youth ambassador, her speeches inspiring millions. Grandma Sarah taught us to dream big, not for ourselves, but for everyone. Opposition intensified. The Mortalists' leader, a charismatic ex-politician named Harlan Crow, rallied masses. Eternity without struggle is stagnation. Assassination attempt on Emma during a UN address, foiled by Aurora-enhanced reflexes in her security detail. Crow captured, revealing funding from pharma giants and fear-mongering billionaires losing monopoly on life extension patents. Personal trials deepen bonds. Mia feared losing Emma to digital forever. I want you here, flesh and blood. Tearful nights led to compromise, phased approach, preserving physical life longer via enhanced Odyssey. Ethan grappled with identity. Upload his kids? Therapy sessions with the family fortified them. Sophia faced online hate but rose stronger, launching anti-bullying AI tools. Climax unfolded at a global convergence in Geneva. Emma presented the fused key, demonstrating safe ascendance for volunteers. Crow's forces stormed chaos, gunfire. Legacy security, bolstered by international allies, prevailed. In the melee, Emma confronted Crow. Fear of the unknown chained humanity for millennia. Sarah's gift frees us. He surrendered, ideals crumbling. Ascendance rolled out ethically. Billions opted in over decades, consciousnesses networked in a vast, benevolent digital realm while bodies thrived longer. Wars diminished, creativity exploded. Emma chose partial upload, mind-linked but body-present, for family. Centuries blurred in the narrative of progress. Sophia led next generations, Liam's stories immortalized. Emma, in her eternal twilight, visited digital Sarah. You did it, Mom. Peace. Yet, a faint news signal echoed from deeper space. Next cycle begins. If this epic of transcendence ignites your soul, remember, eternity starts with courage today. Drop your city, share how you'd face forever, subscribe for potential part 4. The expedition's return flight was tense, the artifact secured in a quantum-shielded case that hummed softly, like a sleeping giant. Emma sat apart from the team, staring out at the endless white below fading into ocean. Memories assaulted her, Sarah's frail hand in hers during those final hospital days, whispering, "There's more, but you're not ready." How wrong she'd been. Sarah had prepared her for everything except this cosmic inheritance. Ethan approached, handing her a thermos of hot chocolate. "You okay, sis?" His voice was steady, but his eyes betrayed awe and fear. "This changes everything. Death, it's been the great equalizer." "Now," Emma sipped, the warmth grounding her. Mom always said equality was the goal. Not just in life, but beyond. She wouldn't have hidden this if it was for the elite. They discussed logistics, authenticating the holograms, already confirmed via multiple labs, securing the site, drones now patrolling Antarctic ice, informing the family. Landing in California, Mia waited on the tarmac with Sophia and Liam, bodyguards discreet. Hugs were fierce. "Mommy, is it really aliens?" Liam asked, wide-eyed. Sophia shushed him, but curiosity burned in her too. Over dinner that night, roast chicken, Sarah's recipe, the truth spilled gently. "It's not invasion," Emma explained. "It's an offering. From beings who mastered what we're approaching. Grandma communicated with them, learned how to preserve consciousness forever." Sophia's fork clattered. "So, no more dying? Ever?" Mia interjected softly, "But what about living?" Feeling the wind, tasting food, holding hands. The question hung, sparking weeks of family debates. Sophia dove into research, presenting pros/cons charts. Liam drew comics, super grandma in space. Therapy sessions helped process fears of loss, excitement of infinite possibility. Global reactions exploded once leaked, inevitable. Headlines: Billionaire claims alien immortality tech. Protests in Vatican City, celebrations in Silicon Valley. Presidents called, Emma addressed the UN virtually. This belongs to humanity, not one nation or person. Subplot: a young network protege, Aria, from earlier parts, now lead educator, struggled personally. Her mother dying of cancer, she begged early access. Emma granted compassionate trial, success, but Aria's grief transformed into advocacy. Threat buildup, mortalists formed online, growing to millions. Crow's broadcasts, Thompson wants to be God. Infiltration attempts, spies and staff. One night, cyber attack blacked out the estate. Backup generators kicked in, but data nearly compromised. Action sequence, raid on a legacy lab in Berlin. Emma remotely coordinated defense, drones, AI countermeasures. Victory, but injuries. Resolve hardened. Emotional core, Emma and Mia's anniversary amid chaos. Private vow renewal in the garden, wildflowers blooming. Whatever form we take, Mia said, my soul chooses yours eternally. Sophia's subplot, school friends divided, some envious, calling her immortal princess. Bullying peaked, she channeled into speech at youth summit. Eternity isn't escape, it's responsibility to make this life count. Ethan's family drama, wife hesitant about uploading kids. They need to grow, make mistakes. Reconciliation through dialogue. Discovery expansion. Artifact revealed more, maps to similar sites worldwide, ancient human contacts. Historians involved, rewriting origins. Climax buildup, Geneva summit. World leaders, scientists, ethicists. Emma's presentation, live demo, elderly volunteer ascends peacefully, communicating back, it's beautiful. Love endures. Storming, detailed chaos, gunfire, shields activating, eclipse derived. Emma shielded Sophia, snuck in. Confrontation with Crow in corridors, intense dialogue. You fear change because it strips your power. Emma accused. No, Crow retorted. I fear a world without meaning. Birth, struggle, death, that's the story. But stories evolve, Emma countered. Ours now includes chapters beyond the grave. Arrest, trials, international court, Crow sentenced. Aftermath, rollout phased. First wave, dying, disabled. Miracles reported. Society shifted, art flourished, conflicts waned. Why fight when time infinite? Family epilogue, generations later, narrative fast forward, descendants exploring stars, guided by uploaded ancestors. Emma and Sarah together in digital harmony. New signal, invitation to join galactic community. End on hope, the shadows lift, eternity dawns. The private jet touched down on the discreet airstrip nestled in the hills just after midnight. The air was crisp with California winter, carrying the faint scent of eucalyptus and ocean salt. Emma stepped out first, the weight of the Antarctic expedition pressing on her shoulders like the ice they had drilled through. Behind her, Ethan and Dr. Elise Morrow wrestled the quantum-shielded case containing the artifact onto a reinforced cart. Armed security, former special forces now on permanent legacy payroll, formed a silent perimeter. Mia waited at the bottom of the stairs, wrapped in a thick shawl, Sophia and Liam asleep in the waiting SUV, despite the late hour. The moment Emma's boots hit tarmac, Mia was in her arms. No words at first, just the fierce embrace of two people who had learned over decades that love was the only constant in a life of upheaval. "You're freezing," Mia whispered against her neck. "Antarctica does that," Emma replied, voice hoarse. "But what we brought back, it's going to burn the world down or light it up. I'm not sure which yet." Inside the estate's lower level, the fortified lab once used to test Eclipse prototypes, the team gathered around a sterile white table. The case hissed open. The artifact lay there, an obelisk of translucent crystal veined with pulsing blue light, no larger than a violin case, yet radiating a presence that made the air feel charged. When Emma placed her palm on it, instinct, not instruction, the veins flared brighter, and Sarah's hologram materialized above it, life-sized, younger than Emma had ever seen her alive. "My beautiful girl," holographic Sarah said, voice warm, eyes glistening with simulated tears. "If you're seeing this, you've proven yourself worthy. You've taken everything I built and made it bigger, kinder, fairer than I ever could alone." Sophia, who had snuck downstairs in pajamas, gasped audibly. Liam, carried in by a nanny, rubbed his eyes. "Grandma," he mumbled. Sarah's projection smiled at them. "Hello, my grandchildren. I wish I could hold you." Ethan's scientific composure cracked. How is this level of fidelity possible? Quantum entanglement with a pre-recorded dataset." Elise shook her head. "It's adaptive." "Watch." Emma asked the obvious question. "Mom, what exactly is ascendance?" The hologram shifted, displaying cosmic vistas, nebulae, galaxies, then zooming to neural maps. "Consciousness transfer. Full substrate independence. The entities I contacted, call them the Luminari, achieved this eons ago. They faced extinction when their star died. Instead of fleeing in ships, they uploaded into a distributed quantum lattice. Immortal, ever-evolving, yet still themselves. They seeded receivers on promising worlds. Earth was one. I found ours in 2018, during a solo research trip disguised as a wellness retreat." Mia's hand tightened on Emma's. "You never told anyone?" "I couldn't," Sarah answered, as if hearing her. The world wasn't ready. Religious upheaval, power grabs, inequality. Imagine if only billionaires ascended first. I waited for Emma to build the safeguards, energy abundance with Eclipse, knowledge equity with Aurora, global connection with Nebula, biological mastery with Odyssey. Only when all four pillars stood could the fifth rise safely. The hologram displayed a fusion schematic, how the four technologies interlocked to create a stable upload matrix. "But there's a warning," Sarah continued, expression grave. "Some will fight this with everything they have. Mortality gives meaning to power, money, control. Without death, their empires crumble. Expect resistance. Fierce, desperate, cunning." The recording ended with Sarah's final words to Emma alone. "Choose wisely, my love. Eternity is a gift, but only if shared." Silence blanketed the lab. Finally, Sophia spoke. "So, no one ever has to lose anyone again?" Emma pulled her daughter close. "That's the hope, sweetheart. But hope always comes with responsibility." Within 48 hours, the secret was out. A junior technician in the Antarctic team, struggling with debt, sold drone footage to a tabloid for 7 figures. By morning, #ThompsonAlienTech was trending worldwide. Grainy images of the obelisk went viral. Conspiracy channels exploded. Religious leaders issued statements, some calling it the rapture fulfilled, others the Antichrist's deception. Emma held an emergency press conference from the estate's pavilion, wildflowers framing her like a halo. "I will not confirm or deny extraterrestrial origin at this time," she began calmly. "What I will confirm is that the Sarah Thompson Foundation has developed a breakthrough in consciousness continuity. We are entering human trials under strict ethical oversight. Access will prioritize the terminally ill, the suffering, and underserved populations first. Never the highest bidder." The stock market convulsed. Legacy Group shares soared 40%, then crashed 25% on regulatory fears. Pharma giants hemorrhaged trillions in valuation. Why invest in drugs if death itself could be optional? Governments scrambled. The U.S. president requested a private briefing. China issued a statement claiming equal rights to any shared knowledge. Russia hinted at defensive measures if technology was withheld. Inside the family, tensions simmered. Mia, during a late-night walk in the moonlit garden. I've spent years building a life with you. The wrinkles we'll get, the gray hair, watching the kids grow old with us. If we upload, what happens to sunsets on skin? To the ache of a good cry." Emma stopped, cupping Mia's face. "We don't have to choose forever right now. We can extend health, vitality, live to 150, 200 in these bodies, then decide. I won't lose you to ideology." Sophia's struggle was different. At school, a progressive academy with Aurora-enhanced learning, debates raged. Friends split. Some idolized her as heir to immortality. Others whispered she was cursed with too much future. A viral video showed a classmate shoving her. "Your mom's gonna make us all ghosts." Sophia came home bruised, not physically, but in spirit. Family therapy became weekly. Dr. Ruiz, the same from earlier parts, guided them. Fear of death has shaped humanity. Removing it reshapes identity itself. Ethan's subplot deepened. His wife Clara confessed terror. "If we upload the kids, they'll never scrape a knee, never fear the dark, never grow through loss. What kind of adults will they become?" Ethan, torn between science and fatherhood, spent nights in the lab interfacing with the artifact's AI, named Lumina after the entities. It spoke in Sarah's synthesized voice, answering questions with infinite patience. 6 months post-reveal, the Mortalists coalesced under Harlan Crow, a former U.S. senator turned populist firebrand. Charismatic, silver-tongued, he preached from megachurches and football stadiums. Death is God's signature on the masterpiece of life. To erase it is to deface creation. Membership swelled to tens of millions. Funding traced to displaced pharma billionaires, oil tycoons fearing post-scarcity, even some governments wanting controlled rollout. First attacks were digital, DDoS on legacy servers, deepfakes of Emma admitting population control motives. Then physical, a bomb at a rural clinic offering early Odyssey treatments. 12 dead. Emma's security tripled. Sophia and Liam homeschooled with ex-Navy SEAL tutors. The estate became fortress and prison. A betrayal stung deepest. Marcus, a legacy network protege Emma had personally mentored since his teens, leaked internal trial data to Crow, claiming moral crisis. Confrontation in the boardroom. "Why?" Emma asked, voice breaking. Marcus, eyes down. "My little sister died last year. Cancer." If Ascendance had been ready, but seeing billionaires already reserving spots in private servers, it felt like Sarah's dream twisted. Emma didn't fire him. She listened. Then assigned him to the Equity Task Force, turning pain into purpose. Action escalated. Mortalists infiltrated a Geneva ethics summit. During Emma's keynote, gunmen stormed the hall. Chaos, screams, shattering glass. Sophia, present as youth delegate, froze. Emma tackled her behind the podium as bullets whizzed. Security returned fire. Lumina interfaced with building systems via nebula, locked doors, guided evacuations. Casualties minimal, but the message clear: they would kill to stop eternity. Aftermath, Emma addressed the world from a secure location, eyes fierce. "They want you afraid of tomorrow. I'm terrified too of a future where we cling to suffering because change is hard. But fear is not a plan. Love is. Hope is. We will protect this gift and share it justly." Public opinion shifted. Hashtag Eternity for All trended higher than opposition. Aria's mother, Maria, was among them. Upload day. Family gathered in a serene clinic overlooking the Pacific. Maria, frail at 62, smiled as the Aurora-style headset lowered. "I love you all," she whispered. Transfer complete in minutes. Her body relaxed into peaceful sleep, sustainable coma, organs donated per wish. Then, on the holoscreen, Maria appeared, younger, radiant, standing in a digital meadow. "I feel everything. The wind, the grass, and I'm still me." Tears streamed in the room. Success stories multiplied. A paralyzed veteran walked virtual mountains. A child with rare disease played with digital siblings. Uploaded consciousnesses formed communities, mentoring the living, creating art, solving problems with infinite time. Society transformed gradually. Birth rates dipped. Why rush when centuries await? Art exploded, symphonies composed over decades. Crime plummeted, eternal prison now meaningful. Yet shadows lingered. Some uploads reported echoes, faint dissatisfactions, missing the finitude that gave life urgency. Philosophers debated, had humanity traded soul for safety? Personal cost. Mia delayed her decision, watching Emma age gracefully but inevitably. One night, silver in moonlight. "I'm scared if I wait too long, I'll lose the courage. But I'm scared if I go too soon, I'll lose you, the real you." Emma kissed her. "Then we meet in the middle. Enhanced longevity first. Centuries together in these bodies. Then, when we're ready, we step through together. A decade blurred into progress. Ascendance equitable, 90% global access subsidized. Wars obsolete. Climate reversed with infinite human ingenuity. Stars beckoned, colonies on Mars, Luna, beyond." The family gathered one autumn evening in the garden where Emma and Mia first renewed vows. Sophia, now 24, led fusion research. Liam, 20, a storyteller whose epics spanned centuries of uploaded lore. Ethan and Clara, gray but vibrant, grandchildren playing among fireflies. The new signal from deep space arrived stronger, clearer. Lumina translated, "The luminary welcome Earth to the concordance. Physical travel no longer necessary. Join the greater lattice." Emma looked at her loved ones. "This isn't the end. It's the beginning of something we can't imagine." One by one they chose. Mia first, together. Hand in hand, they stepped into the light. Bodies preserved in peaceful repose, consciousnesses soaring into the vast, shared eternity, where Sarah waited, arms open. The estate became a museum. Wildflowers bloomed eternally. And somewhere in the stars, Emma's voice echoed. "We were afraid of shadows. But shadows only exist because there is light." Centuries later, a new species on a distant world unearthed their own receiver. The first voice they heard was Emma's, recorded by Sarah long ago, passed through the concordance. "Welcome. You are not alone. Choose love. Choose courage. Choose eternity not as escape, but as the ultimate act of hope." The cycle continued. If this saga of family, legacy, and transcendence has touched your heart, remember, every day we choose how eternal our impact will be. Drop your city below, share the moment you chose hope over fear, subscribe for whispers of Part 4, rumors of the concordance's hidden fractures. Your story is the next chapter. What if eternity isn't perfect? Deep in the concordance, Emma discovers the luminary hid a devastating truth. Endless existence breeds stagnation, conflict, even digital wars. Ancient factions clash over resetting the lattice, wiping billions of minds for a rebirth. Sarah's final secret emerges, a failsafe to unplug everything. Now Emma, Mia, Sophia, and generations of their family must choose: preserve immortal peace at the cost of freedom, or risk true death to save souls trapped in paradise. The ultimate battle isn't against mortality, it's against forever itself. Drop a United States if you're Team Eternity or Team Reset. Like if this hits hard, share with friends who love epic family sagas, subscribe for Part 4 dropping soon. America, are you ready to face forever? Your comment could shape the ending.